to pop in.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Yeah, let it all.
So how have you been?
Good. Just I could not sleep last night. I took 2 sleeping pills and I was still up till 4 in the morning.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was like, I
I've been having difficulty sleeping.
can't sleep.
Did you get enough rest though in that short amount of time?
Yeah, like 4 hours, like nothing. A hot shower and energy drink couldn't fix where I'm up.
It always seems to me like when I get 3, 4, 5 hours instead of a full 8 plus, I'm more energized
Right? Is that,
than
yeah, yeah.
I would if I get an 8 hour
Oh man, if you oversleep,
rest.
or you get 8 hours, you're still tired. That's the worst because you're just like, wait, I just slept.
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't get that.
here's a bonus question that we'll start early. What's the most you've ever slept? What's the longest you've ever slept?
Oh me. I know I've definitely done 15 hours before and whatnot. Yeah, like if I'm just not feeling too well.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's pretty much been 36 plus hours where I've just stayed in the bed,
Whoa.
just get up to like use the bathroom and never go into the kitchen or anything. But it's been a long time since I've been able to do that.
I think the longest I've ever slept, I think it was 16 hours. It was 2008, I want to say, and it was the day before Thanksgiving into Thanksgiving. I remember I went to bed at like 10 p.m. and then I woke up at like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, they couldn't wake me, and I was just out. Yeah.
Sometimes you need the rest.
Yeah, my body was like, nah, man, we're checking out. It's Thanksgiving. We're done.
Your camera's looking pretty sharp, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's the one that Red recommended. Yeah. Red Trash.
Which one is it? Is it the Logitech?
Yeah, it's the Logitech.
Is it the Logitech?
I know because I'm looking at it right now. It's like HD 1080p. I'll send it to you on Amazon. It's not that bad. Actually, I want to get two. Dude, that's the thing I hate about streaming. Like nobody told us is that you need like 2 monitors. You want 2 cameras, 2 towers. Like it's like holy shit. Sorry, man.
1 sec. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Trying to put you on host here.
Noise. All right.
How do I do that?
Oh, you can do like /host and then at the name of the person. So it's. And then what happened too is yesterday I kind of reordered the questions so it flows a little better, and I even put some personalized questions for you. So each interview I learn more about how to do it, and I wanted to make sure that I get it perfect for our interview.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Are you ready? You want to just get it going?
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, sure.
I wanted to take this opportunity to thank and welcome Alviscardi to the stream, to the podcast talk show. So Al, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, dude,
very happy about that. Thank
my
you.
pleasure, sir. My pleasure. All right. So first question is, what got you into gaming?
What got me into gaming? Gaming specifically with Twitch or in general?
In general.
I grew up with gaming, back with NES in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
I was one of the original NES guys playing Excite Bike, Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, all those games. Grew up on most of the same stuff you grew up on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Throughout video game history. And then I took a pretty long time off. Like it just didn't fit my lifestyle.
Okay.
For a while, back around 2008 and stuff.
Oh.
And all the way to about 2012 when we moved here to this apartment 8 years ago. Then I started gaming more regularly on PS3 and then PS4 and hopefully PS5 soon.
PS5. Did you pre-order it?
Yeah. No, gaming's been no, not yet. Still trying to allocate funds for it.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, I've been gaming since I was a kid.
Nice, dude. Yeah, it's. I think us kids in the '80s, we all kind of have the same pathway. Like we all went down the same rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know. We all started with NES, and then you move up to the different throughout the early '90s, Super Nintendo, and GameCube, and then at the same time there was so much coming out. You had Dreamcast and Sega Genesis and
Oh
things
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Turbo Graphics, I remember playing that one.
All yeah,
Yeah, all
yeah.
those old things,
Mm-hmm. I had all of them except
which
for
is
the
just
Master
crazy to
System.
see.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, which is crazy to see how gaming's evolved since then.
Oh yeah.
Now fully 3D worlds, you can do all kinds of stuff that you couldn't even think about back in the side-scrolling days. So I'm happy to see how advanced technology is getting with it and makes everything much more interesting with the games.
Actually, interesting thing that you bring up. It's a question that I didn't even write down, but I actually have asked people this before. Was there a point where you popped in a game and you're just like, holy shit, this is the future? Like games are gonna look like this, or they're gonna look better than this? Was there a moment that kind of wowed you?
Um, yeah, probably with the Uncharted games.
Mm.
The first one, when was that, like 2007 or so,
Yeah, right around there.
2008?
Yeah.
Probably the first Uncharted game, and the original Assassin's Creed. I'm not a huge AC fan, but
Yeah.
the first game, I followed it before it was released. Just the whole hold the button down the parkour thing really got me, and I'm
Oh.
like, there's so much more that you could do to move around and
Yeah.
interact with. I wasn't used to that in the other games before. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely Assassin's Creed. I never did beat that first game though.
Really? It's
It was kind of long. No,
it's not bad, but you can tell it
I
was
played.
good. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I enjoyed it. Like the parkour and everything was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I never really stuck with that series. I wish I did, but so many games into it now.
Well,
It's kind of hard to backtrack.
I would recommend if you're gonna get back into it. 2's not bad. 3's really good. Black Flag might be the best. It's still debatable. Syndicate's pretty good. Those I haven't played Odyssey or Origins. Those are they're much larger, more intimidating. Wise, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Wise, how's it going, buddy?
Um,
He's a good friend of mine.
welcome back. Yeah, Black Flag. That's 2 for Black Flag. So if you want to play an Assassin's Creed that's just the right amount of like big game, but like with the sailing is very satisfying. Destiny Fox, hello.
Oh yeah.
Play Black Flag. You won't regret
Hey,
it.
Destiny.
All right, so second.
Yeah, I want to try Black Flag.
Yeah, don't do it. It's
Black Flag, and which is the one with the U.S. Revolutionary War?
3.
Is that 3?
That's 3. Yeah,
That one looks good. Yeah,
I love.
I definitely need to go back to that.
Wise, you left off with Syndicate. That's the other one that I recommended, Al. Yeah, Syndicate's great. Can't wait for
yeah.
Valhalla. Yeah. Valhalla looks pretty good. Yep. Excuse me. The only one I didn't play was
Valhalla looks pretty good.
was Unity. I didn't play that one, but other than that, you can't really go wrong with Black Flag or 3. 3's really good though. 3's really good. The next question is, what was the first game you ever played?
Oh, the first game I ever played. I used to have an Atari, and before NES. So back when I was really young, I remember playing Pitfall a lot.
Oh,
Back when I was like 6, 7 years old, I used to play Pitfall.
Yeah.
A lot, and I think there was The Empire Strikes Back on Atari.
there was. Yep.
It was, yeah. I have some vague memory of that, but definitely I remember playing Pitfall all the time.
You ever beat it?
I don't remember.
No, no. I remember my brother and I would try to beat 1 and 2, and it was nope, never did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. A long time ago.
How long have you been streaming on Twitch? Swole, welcome.
Hey, Swole, how you doing, buddy? Let's see. Last August, August of last year is when I sort of consistently started streaming. That's
Mm-hmm.
when I met you,
Yep.
and you helped inspire me to keep going forward with it.
Hey.
Honestly, which I thank you for, man. And it was
Oh
something
man, my pleasure, dude. No
yeah,
worries.
you're a great dude, man. You're
Thanks.
inspiring. You're like, just go out there and do it. Because
Thank
I
you,
had
man.
tried
Uh huh.
several times before, like in January.
Oh. Oh no! Did we crash?
My own. And then last August,
Okay, we're back.
I met you and you introduced me to a bunch of guys, and we're
Yep.
back.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It did. It took a dip
last
for a
August.
sec. All right. Looks like we're good. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I went down to 0. I went
And
down to
then,
0. Okay.
oh wow! And then November, I hit affiliate, so I'll have that coming up this November. I think it's like the 8th or whatnot. I don't remember, but I hope to get a PS5 because it comes out on the 10th if I'm able to snag one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I have like my year affiliate stream on a new system. I think
Oh, that would be amazing. Swell says, "Yo, that's the Alviscardi. I've partied with him in his moonshine shack. We all did. We had legendary parties up in that shack.
yeah,
Hardest I've ever laughed on stream in his shack. Dude,
good time.
I remember in the summertime of last year. So like, yeah, August, like you said. I remember you popping in, and you were just a chill dude, super awesome. And then you're like, I want to get into streaming. I'm like, do it, please do it. Like, let me help you, please. And here we are.
I thank you for that, man.
Oh, no
For
problem.
being, just chatting with me, being like, hey, anybody could do it. You enjoy doing it.
Well, you know what's
and then
funny
just
is I thought your name was Alvis. I thought you were trying to do a play on words of Elvis, which was funny.
yeah. So I'm a big Elvis fan, but
Oh, there we go.
no, it's just how. Just how. I forgot to put the underscore when I made my screen name. So.
It kind of goes into the next question. What is I know the answer, but what is the origin of your screen name?
Oh, it's my name. Nothing spectacular. It's just my name. Alviscardi.
There we go, Alviscardi. No gimmicks needed, Alviscardi. Swell says he's thinking about getting into streaming. Swell, I have a Discord. If you want to join it, I can promote your channel. I promise. I'll try to get you to 50 followers in a couple weeks. We'll work on that.
Swell, he has potential. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make partner before everyone.
I think so.
Which congratulations again, dude. That's so amazing, man. I remember hopping into your streams and be like, wow, this guy knows exactly what he's doing. He's so comfortable on camera and just chill, and he's himself.
Yeah,
I really love that about Swole stream and your streams too, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
I think that's what makes a streamer interesting to watch is when they're just themselves.
When they're themselves.
When they're not trying to. Yeah, when they're not trying to put on something, but just act natural, which is great, man.
I was going to mention that too. I don't like when people are characters. I don't like the characters or gimmicks. Like that's not really for me.
Some of it, yeah, is when people take it's kind of hard to see the blurred lines between who the character is and who they are.
Yes.
But I do respect and appreciate people who really get into their RP.
Yeah.
When they're streaming, like there's some Red Dead Cowboys that stream, and to maintain that level of character, that's a discipline that I don't have. So kudos to them.
I agree. I think so. If you're gonna be the character, like stay in character the whole time, but like the gray line where you think you're talking to the real person, but then it's the character.
Yeah.
Pegla, hello. Swell says, "Whoa, 50 followers. I think I would be too nervous. 50 followers, Swell. Wait till you get 50 viewers. You're gonna shit your pants, Swell. You can never truly feel connected to a character streamer. There's always a wall up. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I 100% agree. Like, at least let me know what I'm getting into when I watch you first. If you're playing a character that way, like like Granny, for instance. Like I know it's not a real Granny, but
she's perfect.
But that's
I love her.
you know what you're getting into when you go to that stream. But then if there's like there's Kurt and then there's C-Wing, like C-Wing would never do that. It's like chill out. Roll up the red carpet, put it back. Let's see. All right, next question. What was the first game you streamed? I think I know the answer to this one.
Oh, Spider-Man.
I was wrong.
Spider-Man PS4.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was Red Dead.
Well, they came out a month apart. And like I had said earlier, I tried to start September of 2018.
Yeah.
So I was streaming Spider-Man for my PS4, and then January of 19. But then Red Dead became my bread and butter.
Yes. Yeah.
From that August. So yeah. But Spider-Man PS4 was the first actual stream.
What did you think of that game, by the way? The Spider-Man PS4.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I think it's one of the best games of all time. I'm extremely biased because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. But everything from the story to the graphics to the web swinging, all that, it really encapsulated Spider-Man for me in a game. So I'm very excited to see what they got coming with Miles Morales and Spider-Man Part 2 whenever that comes out.
Yeah, I get the.
I'm a huge Spidey fan. So
I should have known that.
You got me over
the Spider-Man logo right back there. I see it by your Superman and your Batman.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite things. Spidey.
Ooh, was that
little statue?
Did that come with the collector's edition?
No, this was just a statue I bought. It's PVC, so they actually sell them pretty cheap. They're only like $39 to $50.
Nice.
Diamond Select, they make all kinds of characters like that. I had to snatch that one up a few years ago.
Thank you for that, host. By the way, I can't see the alerts, so thank you, whoever that was. Swole doing a peaceful protest. Thank you, Swole. Let's see.
Hey, take it easy over there, boy.
Okay, so that kind of leads into the next question here. You kind of answered that already with Spider-Man Miles Morales, but are there any games that you're looking forward to streaming that it could either be a new arrivals or even old games that you're looking to fire up for the stream? What's on the menu?
Star Wars Squadrons next Friday that comes out. I'm excited for that. I love the Battlefront 2 Starfighter Assault, I think it's called, mode. And this one is a much more strategic game where it's not just simple fly and but actual, manage your systems, your speed, your energy, your shields, whatnot. And I don't know, people are talking about how it might become an esports game at some point. And that's something that excites me, even if I don't ever participate in it. But it just seems, and it's only $40 too. It's not even like a full price game, but they've got so much into it. It seems like such a deep system to manage your ship and all these different modes that you can fight in. Seems really good. So I'm looking forward to that one because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Red Dead, always gonna look forward to whatever updates are coming. I'm really, really, really hyped for the Halloween update this year, which there's been all kinds of great rumors about it that seems like it's coming true. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then Miles Morales, I'm looking forward to that. And that's pretty much it for the rest of the year for me. I don't really know what comes out next year besides Gotham Knights and Harry Potter, which I'm looking forward to.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I saw the Harry Potter for the PS5 reveal. That one looks pretty good. I don't know much about Harry Potter, but I could get into that kind of the way Shadows of Mordor kind of. I don't know much about Lord of the Rings, but that was a good game. Welcome, Slender Monk. All right. Swell,
hey, Slender.
Swell, this is Discord. This is just a Discord call. Yeah, I didn't pay for Zoom, so yeah, nothing fancy. It's just two people chilling on a Discord call. Pegla says, "Oh my God, yes, I'm looking forward to the Harry Potter game." Yeah, that one. Everyone's going nuts over that game.
Yeah, it looks really, really deep. Also, because I saw not behind the scenes, but before it was announced, there was a video that's been online for about a year that was from like test people, survey people, or whatever. And it was the game, and it shows a deep RPG system in it and whatnot, and it looks really good. So I've been super excited about that one for a while. I was really surprised when they announced it at the PS5 showcase. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah, my Instagram feed was just clogged up with Harry Potter stuff. Let's see. Pegla says Al and I have been talking about the leaks Harry Potter game, and when they announced it, I was beaming.
yeah,
um,
yeah, I know you're happy about that one.
let's see. Let's see. Actually, yeah, you're a good person to ask this question too, because you've climbed your way up, and I've watched you do it. What advice would you give to a streamer that is trying to an aspiring person that excuse me, an aspiring streamer that wants to hit affiliate? What advice would you have for them?
Um, Basically what I was saying earlier about just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just honesty is the best policy, and letting people know what your character is, who you are
Yeah.
as a person. You know, that shines through in streams. You know, people because people are, when you're streaming, people are coming back for you, nothing else really. I mean, it's very rare that you'll get somebody who wants to, you know, you may have be playing a game that they're interested in, or something like that, or it may be a brand new game, fresh, you know, day of release, launch day. But what's going to keep people coming back is not seeing just the gameplay, but seeing you, how you respond to the gameplay, how you're enjoying yourself or not, how you interact with your audience. People just want to know about you, and I think that's the best part about streaming is the interaction between the streamer and the audience. Because for me, nothing makes streaming better than when someone like Peglo or Slendermonk or Wise or any of my friends that are viewers, whenever they just pop in and say, "Hey, I can't stay long, but I wanted to see how you are, how you doing?"
Yeah.
You know, that, you know, people remember you, and I like to remember things about my viewers who I've been close to over this last year's journey. Is, you know, it makes me feel good, you know. Oh, you passed that exam that you were talking about last week. That's awesome. You got that job. You know, I like to keep the interaction up and whatnot like that. So, in order for, if you're starting out, just be yourself, be comfortable. You'll find that if you weren't a people person before, you might become one, because it's not, you're reading chat as the streamer. So it's personal, but still kind of not. So it's much more easier to just see the words on the screen instead of facing somebody face to face, where you might have social anxiety.
Yeah.
But just be yourself, enjoy what you're doing. Just, that's it. It's the only reason why I stream, is because it's my happy place. I love doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's your boy's birthday, by the way, today. It's the boss's birthday.
Oh yeah.
I saw
72.
I saw your Springsteen emote, the hype emote. So I was like, it's his birthday today, and I remember I would chill in your stream and we'd talk about Star Wars and just listen to Springsteen, or I remember you were big on the Christmas music. I remember we were just chilling there and listening to Christmas music all the time. Yeah, yeah. It's
I got many compliments about how it's awesome to see someone go on a massacre in Red Dead while Let It Snow plays. I'm like, okay, if that's your kink,
yeah,
fine. I just enjoy that time of year. It's my happiest time of the year, is between October and the end of December.
That's right. That's a great time. It is a great time, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
festive.
awesome. Yeah, your stream.
And thanks again, Pegla. I'm sorry, Pegla. She made that emote for me. Thank you once again.
Oh,
Pegla.
wow.
She's a fantastic
That is
Photoshop
awesome.
artist.
Yeah, Pegla. Shout out to Pegla for the emotes.
Yes.
Slender agrees. Christmas tunes are great. Yeah, no, it was just chilling in some dude's stream, listening to Christmas music and watching him play Red Dead, which was there's something therapeutic about it.
I'm gonna be doing it again. You know, DMCA be damned. I need my holiday tunes.
Getting that festive music. All right, let's see. Any future goals for your channel?
Future goals?
Yeah.
I don't really have anything set in mind. I mean, for me, my number one goal when streaming is, you know, to go out there, enjoy myself, and to just make people feel like they're in a comfortable place, like they're in a place where they could just relax and chill and talk about what they want,
Nice.
and have everybody be supportive of each other. I don't really have anything I want 50 more followers before the end of the year or whatnot.
Yeah.
It's good to have goals like that. I mean, it's something I need to do in order to reach a bigger audience, is to, I don't know, network more. There you go.
Yeah.
Network more, get more viewers and whatnot. But I just really see it as just, I think of it as like one stream at a time. Just go on there for an hour, maybe 2 hours a happen, and just enjoy it. Just be happy. Those are my only goals when it comes to streaming.
You're the first person that's like super chill, like nothing heavy, just every day, just go out there, you create a stream and just relax. It's pretty refreshing, actually.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. What other question? I was gonna ask. You kind of answered it already. You were saying that streamers that inspired you. I think you answered that one already.
Mm-hmm.
What are your favorite games to play? What do you have any favorite franchises, or can you narrow it down to like a top 3? Do you have any? What's your favorite games?
I could definitely say that pre-existing IPs will always catch my attention before something original.
Yeah.
So if there's a new Star Wars game or a new Spider-Man, Batman, or superhero type game, characters that I enjoy already through other medias, that gets my attention immediately. Like, I'm looking forward to this. Oh, I'm looking forward to Harry Potter because I read the books, seen the movie, and I want to play in that world. But occasionally, an IP will come out, like Uncharted or Red Dead Redemption or God of War, which I've been playing for a long time. And I'm just like, well, I know this. I like this. This looks interesting. I'm going to jump into it. If it's more of a third person action game, then I'm definitely into it, because I feel cumbersome or claustrophobic as hell trying to play FPS. I can never do it. I can never jump correctly in an FPS. So it has to be a third person for me.
So no Doom.
Third person action games. No, none of that. I've always been terrible at FPS.
Oh man. Let's see. Do you have any favorite game characters? Any protagonists that kind of pop out to you?
I think specifically, like, I've never been a big Mario fan. No. When I think of video game characters, I tend to think of maybe some sort of obscure game that nobody ever played. Like, there's this game for NES called Snow Brothers. I don't know if nobody ever remembers that game. It was a platform game, similar to like Donkey Kong, and you play as this snowman or his brother. It was like a Mario ripoff, and you just throw around snowballs and stuff. They're like the only ones that, for some reason, always pop out in my head when I think of video games. I don't know why.
Was that the one where you
played the game a lot? Where
you threw snowballs and you kind of rolled up the enemies and you kind of pushed them?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then they would roll down.
Yes, I do remember that one.
But no, I don't have any specific favorite characters. From video games.
You're gonna be. I gotta hear how your mind works for this one. This one's pretty interesting. If you could remake any 3 games or port any 3 games from the past, which ones would they be?
Altered Beast.
Okay.
Altered Beast. I remember that game.
Yeah.
I think that's just a fantastic premise, which just the way you could transform into different monsters.
Yeah.
And nowadays with today's technology, especially like that, what's the game that's coming out, with the monkey that's based off of like Dragon Ball Z
Black
stories.
Myth? You talking about Black Myth?
Black Myth, yes. Yeah. Especially seeing that game and how seamless it was, how he transformed from one being to another. I think that would be pretty cool, like Altered Beast.
Yeah.
I used to love that game. Um, I don't know. As far as like what other games, a lot of them have already came out. Like, even though I haven't played them, like it's so awesome that we get all these video games, all this new stuff
Yeah.
comes out. But then it's like, here's a remaster of DuckTales from 1993, and you're
Oh,
like, holy shit! I never thought
yes.
this would happen. You're like, I never thought this would happen. Now I get to replay DuckTales when I was a kid, which I loved those Disney games as a kid.
Yeah.
DuckTales, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, they're all fun.
Yeah.
Even I was gonna say the first Ninja Turtles, that'd be a game I'd like to play, but
Ooh.
that one's out already too.
Are we okay? So you're talking about the arcade, not the NES one, right?
No, the NES.
The NES one.
Yeah.
Did that get remade?
Yeah, I believe it's been remade.
The one with the seaweed where electrocute you?
The hardest swimming level of all
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Holy shit! I got to look into that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I think it was remade a couple years ago.
Whoa!
But other than that, I'm kind of hard pressed on that question because so much stuff is coming back as like remasters and whatnot. I just want to see new entries. Like I want a full on Ninja Turtle game by like Rocksteady or something. Alter Beast would be great, you know.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna do that when it was that game Gods of Monsters back in June at the PS5 showcase. I was like, wait, is this Alter Beast? No, it's not. It just looks similar to it. But I don't know. Games like Echo the Dolphin, you remember that one?
Yeah.
I think that'd be a cool game to play. But I think that one something might be brewing with that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm kind of hard pressed on that question because there's so much happening already. It's like, I don't even know. Paperboy, I guess that'd be a great game for today's age.
But keep the '80s flavor to it. That'd be amazing. Yes,
that'd be pretty nice.
Let's see. What is the hardest game you've ever played?
Oh, shoot, I know this one. Oh man, the hardest game I've ever played. I was thinking the other day that this game I played many years ago was really hard, but I can't remember it right now. But I can tell you times that I've been stumped to no end about like the silliest thing.
Go for it.
Do you remember on I believe it was on the Super NES, The Adventures of Batman and Robin? It was based after the animated series.
Yeah. You threw the batarangs.
And and then during the Minotaur maze that the Riddler had towards the end of the game, it asked you a question about a riddle about hemispheres and whatnot, and then the answer was the brain, but it only allowed you to put in 2 letters, so it was supposed to be TB, the brain, but I never got it. I was like, BN, what do I do? MD for mind? I don't get it. And my aunt, she's a doctor. She was like, it's the brain. Yeah, I know it's the brain. Why can't we? And we just never put TB in there. So I never beat the game. But years later, off of the internet, I found out what the answer was. And I was like, man, damn.
So remake Batman and Robin with the same riddle, so Al can finish that, please. Remake, port.
Yeah, please. I'll speed run that.
I'm not gonna take notes on this, which I don't know. Maybe I will. Don't listen to Sal, by the way. What is a random pet peeve of yours?
I have all kinds of pet peeves. One in general that I don't really have it in control of, but when you're watching a movie or a TV show and it's set over a nice meal and nobody's eating the freaking meal, it just drives me nuts.
Really?
I'll just sit there screaming at the TV, eat them fucking nachos. What's wrong with you? They're just talking. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We got to whatever. Meanwhile, there's like a whole plate of like delicious looking food in front of them. that annoys me. Like it breaks me sometimes when I see that. You know, they'll be sitting at a diner just ordering more food and nobody's actually eating it.
uh,
I don't know why it just always pisses me off.
HBK Ilmatic, welcome to the stream. He says, "Yo, Big Al."
Hey, HBK, he's a great streamer. HBK, I enjoy his Sonic Saturdays, and he plays a lot of old school games.
You
He's a
know,
good guy.
HBK was playing WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game, which is basically like Mortal Kombat meets It's like Mortal Kombat and NBA Jam meets WWF. It was fucking awesome. I tuned in for that. I love that game, by the way.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. That's a good one.
I'll tell you this on 90210. Or the guy, I think his name's Aaron Spelling. He was a director, but he never allowed his cast to eat.
Yeah.
So if they were eating ice cream, it was just air, and they were pretending that their mouth was full. That would probably drive you nuts that he did that.
It would wreck me. It would wreck me.
Oh damn it! I'm drinking in front of you, but at least I'm drinking. Like I should have like a big plate of like nachos.
If you weren't just holding your drink for the last half hour or so, I there you go.
Take off the water. Take off the lid. Like so. Anyways, so what I was saying is.
Yeah, exactly. My hands are shaking.
Good to know. Good to know. Let's see. This one's. I've heard stories about you. I know the legendary Viscardi party. So, do you have any hidden talents or party tricks that nobody knows about?
No.
No?
I'm a very bland person sometimes, I think. I don't know. I don't have I always think of myself like I'm like the least talented person I know. Because I can't draw, I can't write, I can't dance, I can't sing, I can't do voices, although sometimes it happens spontaneously, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. But no, I don't have any exact talents.
You do have the best evil laugh that I've ever heard anyone do. You remember I clipped you?
Thanks.
You were playing Red Dead.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and you did something
went on a spree.
Yeah, he's like super diabolical. Guys, check out his clips. And he does like this laugh. It's like a Shao Kahn Mortal Kombat 2 kind of laugh. I was like, damn. Okay.
No, I don't have any. There's so many talents. I wish I did that. Like I get so envious of people who are just like, I'm gonna do a quick sketch, and it's like this masterpiece, and I'm like, oh man, I can't do any of that. I just never had one. You know, I guess I make up for it in other ways.
Yeah.
What ways they are, I have no freaking clue.
I know things.
You gotta tell yourself that though.
Let's see. Do you have a favorite dish? What's your favorite food? You can name an individual dish, or you can name like Italian or Japanese or American. But you have any favorites?
Pepperoni pizza, New York style, thin slice, extra cheese, and some chunky blue cheese to dip it in.
Oh, blue cheese. Okay.
Blue cheese.
There we go.
Chunky blue cheese. I always dip it in there.
Huh.
Just love that. With a Coke.
Very
with
specific.
Ice cold Coke. Yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, pepperoni pizza. You can't go wrong with it. You cannot go wrong with it.
If I'm ever on death row, I know exactly what I want as my last meal.
That's a good question. Let me write this down. Okay.
What would you have for your last meal?
Yeah, if you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
We could add some more than just pizza, since I'm never going to eat again.
Yeah.
Definitely some chicken wings. Like, I love chicken wings. I know you're having this conversation where you don't like chicken wings. Why?
I don't like eating off the bone. I don't like eating off the bone. I like bone-in steaks, bone-in chicken. I get it from my mom. My mom always, that I get my taste from her. So that's, yeah.
I will say, when it comes to chicken wings, surprisingly, I don't mind the bone, just 1, 2, 3, just peeling off the bone. But I don't like food that I have to work for, like crab legs and
breaking
shelled
it.
stuff. It's like pistachios. It's like I don't want to work for that. I just want to just freaking shove it
Instant
down.
gratification.
So luckily, instant gratification. Luckily, I've never choked on chicken bones. But yeah, some chicken wings, buffalo style.
Yeah.
Nice and spicy. Definitely a burrito of some sort, probably carne asada or adobada with marinated pork.
Yeah.
What else? I'm not really a sweet eater. I don't even think I'm a salty, savory, spicy guy. So
yes,
probably wouldn't be no cookies or anything.
HBK
some
Elmatic,
nachos, definitely.
He's saying blue cheese, Al. Ew. Really?
Yeah,
blue cheese.
Blue cheese. I don't know if it's like an East Coast thing. When I grew up in Jersey, blue cheese was, you get wings, you get blue cheese also if you want, or ranch. But it seems like more people I knew from the East Coast were always about blue cheese, whereas I'm out here now in Vegas, everybody is ranch.
Yeah. Like, I was with you. I was with you on the pepperoni pizza, but when you said blue cheese, I just kind of.
Gotta love that blue cheese. It has a nice little bit of funk to the extra cheese on the pizza.
Really?
It's good. It's good.
Wise says ranch is awesome. Took me forever to get into ranch. Peppered ranch all the way. Blue cheese, I don't think I could ever try that, to be honest.
I love blue cheese. It's probably one of my favorite condiments. I mean, I'll dunk French fries in blue cheese.
Really?
Yeah. Like just French fries and blue cheese. Not ranch though.
Huh.
Can't handle ranch.
Can't handle it, huh? Blue cheese. So it's an East Coast thing.
No, I have to be like in the mood for ranch.
So this isn't. This actually isn't on the list of questions. But what is? So you grew up in Jersey, and then now you're in, I think, Vegas. Mm-hmm. So you went from
Vegas.
Vegas is probably the hottest place I've ever been to. But what is the huge difference between living in Jersey versus being on the West Coast or living in Vegas? What pops out? You're like, whoa, they do that here, or like, what the hell? Like, what's going on?
Not so much they do that here, but the lack of seasons out here. Like, it's just hot. It's just summer for like 9 months out of the year. There isn't really spring. It's just pre-summer.
Mild summer.
Winter is very mild. There isn't much in the way of trees out here and stuff like that. So
yeah,
back east in Jersey, October comes around, you really felt it. You can see for miles on end in some areas where there's just forests full of red and orange and yellow leaves. Out here, there's none of that. It's you're just kind of here.
It's desert,
you're just like, okay, yeah, you're just kind of here. And it's just like, all right, I guess I could tell by the pumpkin decorations that it's October, but it don't feel like October.
Yeah.
Because it could still be like 9 something in middle October. So yeah, it's definitely the lack of seasons that I know I miss the most back east, because I'm a sucker for decorations and
yeah,
Christmas and all that, and just the whole atmosphere of it. I love it, and you just don't get it here. I mean, looking at Christmas decorations while you're wearing shorts or something,
it seems off.
Feels off.
Yeah, it feels off. I could imagine. Yeah,
I've been here for 15 years at least, and it still just feels different to me.
Is the sense of community, because of course, like, you grew up there in the 90s, and I remember in the 90s watching Seinfeld, like, doors weren't unlocked, everyone knew each other.
Yeah.
Is the sense of community different there versus here? Or is that maybe like not more of a East Coast, West Coast thing, or maybe it's like a 90s thing, or like a 2000s thing?
I think it might be more of a 90s thing. I don't know. I always locked my doors growing up too. So shit. I don't really remember. I mean, I grew up in the inner city, so it was still a pretty rough area. But the difference really comes down to how often you see your neighbors. Like I live in a we live back east growing up. Everybody was in houses, apartment houses, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So you go outside and people are, washing their cars or walking a dog or whatever. But for the last few years, I've been living in an apartment building, and it's like so much more. I mean, which is the same thing anywhere you live in an apartment building. You're so much more closer to your neighbors that sometimes it makes you can't stand your neighbors.
Oh, for sure.
Because you're always like, you gotta really take a shower now, 9 o'clock on a Sunday while I'm trying to watch The Walking Dead. And the pipes in the walls are all rattling. You're like,
it adds to the ambience.
But,
Those
no,
could be
I-
zombies on the other side of the wall,
it
shaking your
could be
pipes.
zombies.
Not the water.
But I don't. No, I don't really see much of a difference in terms of community. I mean, people say people are friendlier in one region to another.
That's what I always heard.
I don't know. I'm optimistic. I think there's kind enough people everywhere that if eventually you'll run into somebody who's kind, help you out if or just stop, have a conversation or whatnot. But I don't really think the communities are too different. I mean, people are people.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay. Something in the 80s and 90s that I remember, I don't know, I'm sure you do, but I used to know all my neighbors' names, and I remember we used to be able to, nobody does this anymore. Nobody freaking does this. Like, they knock on your door, like, can I get a cup of sugar, or can I get a stick of butter? Dude, they don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore.
I think it depends on, I mean, I think people are more aware of what goes on because with the internet and social media, stories are not out there more so than they were when we were kids in the 80s. You know what I mean? So there could be, something happening in town or whatever. Like, there's, I don't know, people getting beat up randomly and crime on the rise in one area. Maybe you didn't hear about it as much growing up. But now it's like, Facebook groups, everything. I saw this, I saw that, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, so I think people are more, I read about this, so I'm not going to, knock on my neighbor's door if I need something. Exactly. Where it's just like, I don't really know them. But I got to say, I am pretty happy with the neighbors that we got now because the one guy, he's this older gentleman. He's been here for longer than we moved in. He's a very nice guy. And then the family, my son actually goes to school with her son. They're the same age and both in special needs for autism. So we share a lot of information back and forth on how we raise our children and what they learned in school and whatnot. So there's great open dialogue there. So, like a couple weeks ago, I didn't have anything sweet in the house. My blood sugar dropped really low. I was like sweating and whatnot. And I didn't ask for a cup of sugar, but I said, do you have anything sugary, candy or anything?
Yeah.
Because we didn't have Jack. I'm like, where the fuck the Oreos go? I was saving them for my low blood sugar. But so she gave me some ice cream and whatnot.
There you go.
Yeah. So she's a friend like that we can talk to and go to if we need help and vice versa. The people downstairs I would stay away from though, no matter what. I could be on fire and I wouldn't ask them for a bucket of water.
Oh shit!
I don't want to deal with it.
Whoa!
But I think it depends on who's there and just circumstances, how like you may find yourself not talking to someone for across the hall from you, then I don't know, some outside circumstance will happen, like the apartment across the way is getting busted for meth or whatever. Wow. So you guys start chit-chatting and then you talk. You never know.
That is true.
But I'm glad that there are people like that we can talk to. And the other people, people do what they want to do. If they want to not be involved, it's up to them.
That's true. Yeah. Let's see.
Which is
this is gonna be fun because I know how passionate you are about this next question. But what are your favorite movies?
Oh, Ghostbusters is number one favorite movie. Um, that's probably the earliest film I remember the most is seeing Ghostbusters as a kid. The
Mm-hmm.
first one and being scared to death by the special effects, the library ghost in the beginning of the
Oh
movie.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, when you're 4 or 5 years old and seeing that, scared the crap out of me. And then all the toys in the cartoon, and it just became something I loved. And I always thought that was like the perfect job. Go be a Ghostbuster. You know how utility they were. Like garbage man or contractors,
Yeah.
because you just called them up and they went out and busted the ghost. I just loved that about that movie the most. That it just seemed like it could be real.
Yeah.
And then obviously Star Wars. Like I'm a huge Star Wars fan,
Yep.
but I could never say when someone say what's your favorite Star Wars movie. I have a hard time making individual. This is my favorite Star Wars movie. I prefer this one over this one. I just see it as one big thing.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just a big overarching franchise, and yeah, you can enjoy the different parts of it
Mm-hmm.
to different levels and whatnot. But for me, I just love it. Star Wars. There's good, there's bad.
Okay.
I'm just happy to say I'm a Star Wars fan.
Okay. So it's
And
all inclusive, just one big
yeah,
block. So
just exactly. It's just like
I
that.
literally, so what I do is I have questions that are just all written down already. But I try to do 2 or 3 questions that are specific to the person I'm talking to. So I know you were in Ghostbusters. I know you like Ghostbusters. I remember the costume. And I was going to ask you to try to rank the Star Wars trilogies in orders and which ones were your favorite, but you're like, no, I'm all Star Wars. So that question is just gone. You already answered that one. So there we go. Ghostbusters and Star Wars favorite movies. There we go.
Yeah,
What about TV
definitely.
shows? You have any favorites?
Supernatural is my all-time
That's
favorite
right.
TV
I
show.
remember you talking to me about that.
Yeah, it just once again with the whole hunting ghost and monsters and whatnot vibe to it. Even though I don't necessarily believe in ghosts, I mean, I'm a spiritual person. I'm open-minded to it. I don't really know if I believe in ghosts or whatnot, but I've always been fascinated by stories involving ghosts and monsters and whatnot. So Supernatural is definitely one. The Walking Dead,
Mm,
um, here and there. I mean,
yeah.
I like the franchise. Angel was one of my favorite shows, but I did not like Buffy at all. I don't know why. But the spinoff I felt was much better, much more, I guess, adult orientated compared to Buffy, even though they were both pretty silly shows. Um, that's Reno 911 used to be one of my favorite shows. I just love that one.
Yeah. Do you watch The
But
Mandalorian?
oh yeah, definitely,
That's a good one.
definitely.
Yeah.
See, that's with the Star Wars thing. I consider it one whole thing because I didn't even think of it as the Mandalorian TV show. I just think of it as being part of just Star Wars. You know what
So
I
it's
mean?
not a TV show as much as it's just like a piece of the puzzle.
Yes.
Got it.
Hey,
Got it.
that's perfect phrasing.
Wise says you should check out Lucifer. Seems cool.
Yeah, I've wanted to check that out. It's on. It's been out for like 5 or 6 seasons now.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Maybe
I
at some
think.
point. Yeah, I think it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you ever? Hey, so a show that would be perfect for you that kind of talks about Star Wars. There's Ghostbusters and there's supernatural monsters, but Stranger Things. That's an Alviscardi show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that actually is definitely very Spielbergian in a sense.
Yeah.
It has that Amblin Entertainment vibe to it from the 80s.
Sure.
I think it's what is it on its 4th season now. I never got into it because my girlfriend was already watching it,
Oh man, it's good.
and if I'm because I sleep a lot, so when she's like, I want to sit and watch 2-3 episodes of a show, I'm just like, go ahead. I'm not doing it. So I never got into it because she had already watched the first couple seasons, and then I was just like, I don't want to, play catch up with it. But that's one of the things that surprises me because it definitely seems like something that I would really enjoy. But I'm just like, too late.
I would start like right now, especially with the lockdown. I don't even know if they're filming it yet. I think they did like a teaser trailer for it. Dude, catch up on it. I think that it would be right up your alley because these kids are obsessed with Ghostbusters. They even dress up like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw pictures from that one.
Let's see. Do you watch anime at all?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
I wasn't gonna. I was gonna ask, but that one's always kind of like a quote or like a question that I kind of hold off on. Let's see. What is your biggest accomplishment in video games or Twitch that you've achieved?
Definitely make an affiliate. It's very personal to me because you know about me.
Yeah.
Some of the people who are watching now, they know that I have some medical issues and that I've been dealing with a lot of stuff over the last few years, with being unemployed because of medical issues and whatnot. And with that came lots of depression and whatnot and lack of motivation and to do things. And meeting you and you introduced me to the RDO community and other streamers, and then me checking out other streams and just feeling like it was a sense of everybody here is just like, I had no idea that Twitch was not as toxic as YouTube. So everybody that I had met through you, everybody was just so wonderful and great and just doing their own thing, but supporting each other at the same time. And it was like, I felt like maybe I could do something with this. And after years of really not doing anything with my life, I, because of, the medical issues and whatever circumstances were going on, to be able to start streaming last August and then make affiliate in that November, I was damn proud of it. And I still am. It made me happy knowing that I was able to stick to something, and I was highly motivated by people like you and everyone else who kept supporting me and cheering me on. And it just means a lot to me that I was able to stick through with it to get to affiliate. And even though it was, I didn't think about, well, I could turn this into a moneymaker or anything like that. It was more of
a goal.
I could do this because it's the a goal. It's the next step in showing that I'm committed to streaming for myself, and that's my biggest accomplishment. I'm just really proud that I stuck with it and I got that affiliate status and, able to have emotes and things like that. And just,
that is awesome.
it just means a lot to me because, like I said, it had been a long while before I really felt like I was doing anything with my life. So to stick with something for a couple months and just have that consistency of making the streams, inviting and being myself and enjoying it, and then discovering part of my personality that I did like opening up to people and being more in social situations through Twitch and whatnot. It was like, holy fuck, I like this. I was very, very proud of it when I got affiliate status.
Oh, dude, you should be proud of it. Not everyone can do that. Not everyone hitting affiliate is not that easy. Believe me, it took me years to do it. Yeah. So for people to do it as fast as you did is incredible. And I kind of look at our community like the Star Wars thing. We're all kind of pieces of the puzzle, and not any one of us make up the whole picture, but together we do make up the big picture, and we're all doing our own thing, but we kind of complete the picture. So that's what I love about our communities. We're all doing our own thing, but we all kind of support each other, and we add to the overall picture of Twitch. And
it I get excited about the updates that RDO gets here and there, and it's like, all right, I'm not just excited to play it for myself. I'm not just excited to stream it, but I'm excited to hear what Seawing or Swole does on his stream about it, or this person does this, or how they're into it, whether they like it or not, because it's right now with just RDO and all of us who do stream just that game mainly, it's a common bond, and it's the same thing, with other Twitch communities and their games. We got something that's evolving and growing with Red Dead Online, and just to see how people react to it and whatnot makes me happy.
Yeah,
it just makes me happy knowing there are other streamers out there who enjoy the same exact thing I'm doing, and I get to see their unique opinion on something that I'm looking at too. So I like that.
Have you done the was it the legendary bear? I think that came out yesterday. That legendary bear in Red Dead.
No, I haven't gotten around to it. I haven't really even turned my PS4 on this month at all. Just a few times I've been playing offline or off stream.
Yeah.
Just doing a couple things, but I haven't really played much. I'm really excited towards October and then November with Star Wars Squadrons next week and whatnot. Start playing that more, and then hopefully whatever the Halloween update is, I'm going to be streaming more RDO because of that. And whatever happens by the end of the year with RDO with the next big update.
That's supposed to be what, October 14th, I think the next big update's going to be?
Yeah, it might be
right around there.
Well, October 19th, Outlaw Pass 3 ends, which is a Monday, and then October 20th might be the day that they release the Halloween pass
stuff.
So
interesting. I hope they bring back the horse masks. I need that for PC.
I
need that.
There's a few different ones, new ones that look pretty cool.
All right, let's see. This is the last question, and then I'll kind of leave it open for you where you want to go from here. But let's see. How do you deal with like trolls on stream, or if you have like a bad day on stream? How do you deal with it, and what advice would you give someone who is going through that?
Well, most of the time I'm high when I stream, so it doesn't really bother me. That's why I'm super chill all the time.
That's nice.
I fortunately, I don't think I'd have the confidence to stream if I didn't have a toke prior. I've been fortunate in not dealing with besides spam bots. I could think of maybe 4 or 5 times in the entire time that I've been streaming where I've had somebody come on and just be like, "Oh, you're a big boy, you're fat," or whatever, and then it's just like, "All right, click, whatever." It could get to you later on because you are putting yourself out there, and they hide behind the anonymous wall that is just being on the keyboard, whereas you're on screen. So it's like, I don't know who this person is, or whatever, but their words still kind of sting a bit, and it could get into your mind. So I say just try to, they are hiding behind that wall of anonymity, or whatever you say that word.
Yeah.
Anonymous. They are behind that, but you're the one that's putting yourself out there. So therefore you're the brave one.
Yeah.
You're the one that's like, I'm putting myself out there. I'm allowing other people to come check out my space to see if they're feeling comfortable, be here. I'm, showing myself on camera. And it's like, in the end, it's like, what do their words really mean?
Yeah.
Compared to me, who's actually building something for myself, a nice little place.
That's very true.
In this community, my small little area of Twitch. So honestly, just between, I'm pretty chill anyway, because I spoke to adjust. It's like, okay, they said that, but you know what? The show must go on because I'm still here streaming. That's what I say. Just it could get to you, but just don't let it get to you too much. Just take it easy, and just remember you're the brave one for being out there first. For showing yourself, and Yeah.
It's very true. People, I don't think people realize how hard it is to actually be on camera. And I've told people this before. You give a part of yourself to these people, to just everyone that comes in, and it's kind of a draining thing. Like sometimes, even the most seasoned streamer that I know, literally sometimes has to talk themselves into even coming on camera because it's a very draining thing sometimes. So yeah, I'm right there with you. Just it is a brave thing to be on, to put yourself out there, and it's easy for someone to hide behind. I think, is it anonymity or being anonymous, talking about your faults. Yeah, so they're trying to tear you down, and they can't build themselves up. So yeah, I 100% agree. Okay, so here we go. So we're already an hour deep into this. Because I know, I know sometimes you get, you don't feel well. We do have bonus questions that we can
I'm
work
feeling
through.
great.
You're feeling great? Okay, so we'll keep going.
Yeah, I'm happy
Perfect.
talking to you.
Oh, same here, buddy. Same here.
I'm feeling good.
I always do
you.
that. So like I break it up into questions that need to be answered or should be, I'd like to be answered, and then we go into like the bonus questions that are some fun, silly stuff here. All right, so we're gonna keep going. Okay, so this one, I hope I worded this right. I'll give you an example. So like Red Dead 1, I played it and I originally hated it. Fucking hated it. And then I went back to it and then I loved it. So is there a game that you didn't like, or it could be anything really, like a TV show or a movie, was there something that you didn't like and then you went back to it and it kind of won you over, that you were like, oh, I was wrong about that?
I'm sure there is. I can't really think anything offhand. But the first thing that pops in my mind is, since you mentioned Red Dead 1,
Yeah.
I could say that I didn't beat Red Dead 1 the first time I played it, because I remember I was drinking heavily in this one gaming session back in 9 or whenever this game came out, and I had beaten most of the story, and it was going towards the part where you become Jack at the end, and it was before that, just before John's death, and you had to clear off the crows from the corn silo, right? You had to shoot them off. And I was so drunk, I couldn't remember that there was Deadeye to use or anything like that. And I was trying to get all these crows off there, and nothing was working. And I gave up on the game for like weeks. I'm like, I don't know why I couldn't beat it. And I just threw it down and I just went about my stupid. And then I finally beat it weeks later, where I was like, oh, fucking Deadeye. Why didn't I even think of that? But as far as like something that I've had disinterest in or didn't like and then came back to it, I don't really know. I think I'm more of a, if something didn't grab my attention the first time, then I'm not going to get into it. It's like, how people say, oh, it's a great show, it starts off a little slow, but once it gets to season 2, it's like, you know what, if it doesn't grab me within the first 3 hours of the season, then I'm not going to sit around for the other 9 episodes to get to season 2.
So no Game of Thrones then. Game of Thrones, first episode, the most boring show I've ever seen, and then after that it picks up.
Yeah, I watched and then I didn't have HBO after that, so that's why I never got around to it again. Or Game of Thrones, like
that. Do you remember that show 24 with Kiefer Sutherland? At first I was like, I'm not gonna watch an action show with Kiefer Sutherland as a star. I'm like, I can't stand him. His ears are kind of weird. Like, I can't get into it. And then I looked at, he did such a good job. Like, I actually really sat down and I watched it, and he did such a good job that I consider like Jack Bauer and Kiefer Sutherland as two different people. Like, it's like I can't wrap my head around Kiefer Sutherland being a badass, but Jack Bauer is. It's funny. So like, I was wrong about that show. That was it's awesome show. I like this question. People were answering this left and right yesterday when I asked somebody on their channel, physical or digital?
Ooh, that's current hot topic in my mind because of next November with PS5. I think I'm going to have to go with physical. And it's not because I want to have the copy or I want to of the game or I want to collect them or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's more of am I going to have enough space with digital? I mean, you can have about 20 full games with digital, and depending on how, if this SSD is as fast as they say, and it will take like a minute to download a full game or whatever, it's like I don't really want to keep deleting and undeleting and moving around to make space or buy a second drive or whatever. So I think I would rather just have physical, just, so the game is on the disc instead of eating up storage. Pop it in, pull it out, that
But
sort of thing.
don't you have to, with the disc, especially with like just with this generation where Xbox One and PS4, don't you have to take the information off the disc and then preload it into the system also?
I think, like the base game is on the disc, and then whatever bug fixes or updates or whatever patches come through would be stored on your system software, your system storage.
Okay.
So basically, like if a game is like 100 gigabytes, that's the game, you download it. That's 100 gigabytes. Plus, then whatever comes into the future for patches and DLC and whatnot. So it's like I'd still rather have a chunk of that space
on the disc.
Just on the disc, not eating up the system storage.
Dude, I don't know if you have Call of Duty Warzone, but for the Modern Warfare update, I think the game alone is like 100 gigs, and then the update, I literally uninstalled it, 75 gigs. I was like, done. Nope, the game's not that good. Let's see. Why says 24 seemed like a repeat of the scenario. It pretty much was. It was just a really good action show that each hour was kind of like in real time, and I don't know. I loved it. I love action.
I never watched it.
I would recommend that. Let's see. Okay, this is gonna be, actually I wrote this one specifically for you. Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Obi-Wan.
Ooh, okay.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ever since I saw the original, since A New Hope, I was just captivated by the idea of the failed mentor. What did he do where his apprentice turned to the dark side? The first movie they mentioned that he had apprentice Vader, then you find out Vader was Anakin.
Yeah.
But it was always just the idea of someone who devoted their life to something, to him being a Jedi, and then fulfilling his oath to it and trying to pass on that knowledge and to train somebody, and then to see it all go wrong and make someone who was a Jedi master now live in the desert in, not squalor per se, but just become nothing in the galaxy at that point. I was just always fascinated by that.
Yeah.
That, and that he's a very noble character for the most part. I mean, he always thinks with good intentions of how to take care of people and the ones he cares about, and also understanding his sense of duty in the difficult decisions that he would have to make in order to make the outcome of the situation come out in the best way for everybody. So I've just always been fascinated by him.
Yeah,
I tend to...
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, he's my favorite Star Wars, or my favorite Jedi character, because like you said, he was such a badass good fighter, and then to go into exile. What made him do that? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Obi-Wan, like, I think I tend to like characters who are more on the good side, per se, or outwardly, I'm fighting for the right cause, noble, rather than someone who's more of in the gray area or full on evil. Even though I love Darth Maul as a character, he's one of my favorite characters. But the top notches always go to the hero characters for me.
Okay. So your favorite Jedi, Obi-Wan, favorite Sith, Darth Maul. Dude, thank you. I love you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Darth Maul doesn't get... Darth Vader, I think people give him more love just because he's the original Sith, but Darth Maul, infinitely cooler. Infinitely cooler.
Yeah. I remember back in like 1998, looking up Star Wars spoilers before Episode One came out, and I remember one of the rumored reports was that there's going to be another Darth character called Darth Maul, and also Darth Sidious, and people are like, "Wait, what? Darth is not Darth Vader's first name? No, it's actual a title for Sith." And I thought that whole thing was like, I love that idea that Darth is a title it's passed down from Sith to Sith.
Huh. Yeah. Damn, look at you though, 1998, looking up spoilers for a 1999 movie. Like the internet wasn't even like that popular back then. Damn, you were like a Star Wars fanatic.
No, I remember the first day I even found out about the internet was literally the first day of high school. The first class in high school in 1996. I get there, the first class is a computer class. Okay. And they're like, all right, we're going to show you about the internet and how to make emails and stuff. And
yeah.
Like, first thing I do is look up Star Wars stuff. And like, oh my God, you can do all kinds of stuff on this. Now to see what it's grown into.
Dude,
it's crazy.
First thing I looked up, I had an internet class too. First thing I looked up was Carmen Electra. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Just see, like literally when you were talking about that, it took me back to high school. People don't realize like that, you know, you're born into the internet, but for us, for Al and I, this is like a huge thing. Yeah.
It was. I remember in this one class in like 1996 in the computer class, the kid behind me was obsessed with Topanga from Boy Meets Girl. Or what was it? Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
So he was printing out pictures of Topanga.
That's hilarious.
Meanwhile, I was printing out pictures of Thundercats because I'm like, holy crap, you can get Thundercats off the internet.
That is hilarious.
It was just a weird time.
Dude, I remember the people I went to school with, they were playing Pokemon, like a Game Boy game, on the computer, and I'm like, what? Like, how are you doing that? Like, what's a ROM? Like, oh my God. Or dude, the first time we signed up for the internet for like an email address, and I'm like, they want to know my address? Like, why? Like, why do they want to know my address? Like, I didn't know. Like, fucking hilarious. Or dude,
I know, it's crazy.
I will tell you the most, because we didn't get a computer in our house until like 1997, 1998, you know, with email and stuff. So I would go into the local Sears and I would literally email people from their web TV unit. So like I was doing emails on like this big ass screen. Wow. I was a total griefer. Like I was trolling like my friends back then. On web TV, on a big screen TV. It's hilarious having a remote just like doing emails.
Do you remember what your first email address was?
Yeah, it was Kazuya at rocketmail.com. Kazuya from Tekken.
Mail.
Dude, my password was King because it was Tekken. It was Tekken themed, and like just King, no uppercase, no lowercase, just King. And I got hacked and it got stolen.
My first email address was Alan Skywalker at USA.net.
At USA. Oh, man. I was hoping. Do you still have an AOL email address?
No.
No. Damn it. I still keep it. I love 90s, so I keep it.
Oh. I used to love Instant Messenger, though. I used to be on that all the time.
Oh, yeah. Or like someone picks up the phone and then you're just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, that is hilarious. Right, man, you took me back with that one. I was not expecting that. That's hilarious. Let's see. What did someone... Okay, I just wanted to look at chat. So you won't answer the Star Wars order joke. Or the Star Wars order question. So this is a new segment that I'm asking people that I do stream for. Because I'm gonna chop this up eventually and put it all into a collab thing. Do you know any good dad jokes?
Dad jokes?
Yeah.
No.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, that's another talent I wish I had. Because I wish I could just pop out a joke and be like, I'm more of a circumstantial type of guy where it has to rise up of the situation that's around me. So,
okay.
No, Sal's the dad joke guy.
Sal, yeah. Where is that? Oh, my God. Actually, okay, so I have one. What did the buffalo say to his kid when he was about to go to work? What did the buffalo say to his kid
I,
before he went to work? Bison,
what?
bison, bison. Sorry,
Bison.
sorry. Let's see. What other? Do you have any other hobbies other than gaming? Like, do you have any other hobbies that you're into?
Hmm.
Well, Star Wars. I mean, I guess
Um,
that counts.
I guess looking at stuff online that you want to buy, but you don't. Like I'm always on Amazon, like, oh yeah, this looks cool. I'm gonna get this. Uh, Basically, just smoking weed. I'll just sit on my balcony for like hours on end, listening to music.
Okay.
At night, just zone out. I listen to a lot of Springsteen and Guns N' Roses and 70s, 80s,
Yeah.
60s music. So I listen to a lot of music. I just zone out. I used to try to make models, but I was never really good at it, and I always wanted that to be like a hobby.
Mm.
But I've got such bad motor skills on my hand. Always, even as a kid, I never had good penmanship or anything. So I was never. I am like the type of guy who, whenever somebody's like, gentle, gentle, and I'm just like whack, So I was never able to do things like that. It's the same thing. It's like, take a tiny spoonful of this spice and drop it in, and I always do things like that. Like I'm just a big oaf. Just blah blah blah, walking
Yeah.
around. Just I can never do things gentle. So I always wanted to have hobbies, like because I would, and I guess my hobby
Yeah.
is watching people do their hobbies on YouTube. Watching them make models and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, that's cool. And then 2 hours pass by, and it's like I haven't done anything. I didn't really learn anything. But
But I watched
damn,
someone
that
put a ship in the bottle.
that
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah.
No, I've never really had hobbies besides just listening to music. I used to do a lot of creative writing when I was younger, though.
Mm-hmm.
Back before the carpal tunnel got really bad, and now I can't write like 3 sentences without my hand cramping up. I used to do a lot of that, a lot of reading of comic books and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
So there's your answer. Comic books. That's your other hobby. Do you have any favorite stories? Does any story pop out to you?
For comic books
Yeah.
specifically,
Mm-hmm.
um, one, yeah, I'll show you right here.
Yeah.
Actually, give me 1 second. This is my favorite Superman statue, based after Jim Lee's art. This is an issue that came out in 1996
Mm-hmm.
by one of my favorite comic book writers and my favorite comic book artist. J.M. DeMantis is the writer. Mark Bagley is the artist.
Okay.
And it's a Spider-Man Batman
Ooh.
team up.
I do have
One
that.
shot.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. This was always one of my. It's a story that, like Batman beats the crap out of Carnage. It's kind of ridiculous. But just the interaction of seeing the two characters come together
Mm-hmm.
always had a special place in my heart. As a singular issue. I love that one.
Was that the one where
Other story.
Batman crushes
Huh?
the web shooters? Is that the one where he crushes the web shooters on Peter Parker?
No, I don't think so. There is a second issue.
Okay.
It's another one shot, but it's a completely different story.
Ah.
But I remember this isn't the original that I had in '96. I used to have tons of comic books, but life happens.
Yeah.
But I remember getting that issue in 1996, and it just being just so enthralled by the idea of Batman and Spider-Man riding around in the Batmobile, and Peter Parker being Peter Parker, and he was like the most annoying Robin ever, in comparison. He was just, what's this button do? What's that button do? So it's like a single issue. I love that, just based on the nostalgia of it. Just my two of my three favorite comic book characters coming together. I'll get into that in one sec. But just having them together in that one story, even though the story was kind of cruddy, it was just like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
And when it comes to comic book characters, my three favorite are Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. Each for a different reason, but all equal. Like, I can't really decide who I like more. Like, I like Batman because, you know, he's Batman. He's the epitome of human will, just physical fitness and mental fitness and pushing yourself to the limit and being devoted to his cause and whatnot. And then all the cool stuff, the Batmobile, the outfits, all that, just to see, you know, that a human being can be focused on such one cause that he goes out there and he fights crime every night. I was always fascinated by that.
Yeah. And
it was something to look up to. And then you have Spider-Man, who was, you know, a teenage hero and then a young adult for most of his life in comic books, which is like really weird to think about. A veteran Spider-Man at 8 years into his career is only 23 years old. He's still very young.
Yeah.
So that always fascinated me. And the fact that he was your everyday guy and then he had these cool powers and he was suffering from money problems and girlfriend woes and family issues.
Yeah.
And then Superman, because he's the ideal, you know, even though he has all these powers and whatnot, he does good because he feels like doing good is what you're supposed to do. Being kind is what you're supposed to do. He's the ideal hero in that sense, that, you know, just be kind to one another. That's all you have to do, is just help out and take care of each other when you can. You don't always have to. And then just the idea of the way I always describe Superman, when he's best written as a character, I think, is when he's written as a god with the heart of a small town man. Like, he has all this powers, yet he still cares as if he lives in a small, tight-knit community, you know, as if he's just a small town guy, but he cares about everyone. So, yeah, those are my three favorite characters. And then one other story that always stuck out in my mind as one of my favorite comic books is because one of my other top favorite characters is the Scarlet Spider.
Ooh, Ben Reilly,
yeah. It was the clone of Peter Parker. Yep. It was in the 70s, and then they brought it back in the mid-90s around the time of this book. And at the time, like the writers, they tried to make you not like Peter Parker. So like they turned him into an asshole.
Yep.
Yeah, like he slapped Mary Jane because he was mad at something, and she was pregnant. And Scarlet Spider was more of the likable character, but he also was dealing with the stress of, I'm just a clone and I'm worthless, and he didn't really have much self-worth, and he had to figure that out as he went along. And I think it's a 3-issue story. Mm-hmm. It's called The Exile Returns, and it's about Scarlet Spider, or Ben Reilly. He gets dubbed the Scarlet Spider by the press. He comes up with the outfit and whatnot. And his first adventure on his own, so to speak, is to fight Venom. And in 3 issues, you know, he defeats Venom single-handedly. And he's like, this is something that Peter Parker could never really do on his own, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it was about, like, he does have worth. He is a hero. Mm-hmm. Even though he's living in the shadow of Spider-Man, he could still do great things on his own. Yeah. And that story always stuck out to me, besides the fact that I just loved his look, his costume and everything.
The red with the blue?
The blue hoodie. But there's tons of different stories like that. I say the most comic books I've collected were all Spider-Man stories. Yeah. Like, Superman's very hard to write. He could be extremely cheesy.
He's pretty much perfect.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I like the power struggle books, where between his heart and his mind and what he can do, he's best written as a god with the heart of a small town man. Yeah. I always find that to be the most interesting version of Clark Kent. And I I would collect a lot of Batman books and some Doctor Strange stuff,
Right
which
there.
I'm a bigger fan of Doctor Strange now than I kind of am of Spider-Man now, and I think that has to do with my age, getting up there. Like I think it's kind of cool just to learn all your superpowers from a book and studying and stuff. You know,
That movie was
I don't
really good
know.
too, by the way. That movie,
Yeah,
God, the ending.
yeah, I
I
like
love the ending. It was like that. That is genius. That is freaking genius. Um. So your other hobbies. So we got Star Wars, we got comics, and you collect statues.
yes.
Do you have what some of your favorite statues? So you pulled out the Spider-Man. You got Superman. I see a Batman down there. It looks like Batman's above
That's
you too.
it's a Funko Pop.
Funko Pop. What's the one
It's
above
a
you
little
though?
where? Let me see.
It's right by the. I'm gonna drag my mouse over to it. That. Yep. Right there. Right where your hand is. There's another statue. Yeah.
Oh, you've seen this one before. This one's
Oh,
Darth
Darth
Maul.
Maul! Holy shit! Damn it! I need to get.
Yeah.
I need to get a Darth Maul statue. So, dude, you have other hobbies like so comics, Star Wars, and you collect statues. So there you go.
Yeah, I guess they're hobbies. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really
It is a hobby.
watched comics
It is a
or
hobby.
anything in a long time, but yeah, they are hobbies.
We're talking about it.
Thanks for
Yeah.
reminding me.
Yeah, like we're going into depth, and the fact that you remember these stories is amazing, dude. Because I thought I was the only one. I had to get rid of like, God, I had 6 boxes of comics, like boxes, and I had to narrow. I had to just for moving purposes, I had to narrow it down to one, and I had to throw away 2, and I sold the other box for like $400. But I have one.
Broke my heart.
I have one left that some have like really sentimental value to me, and then others are expensive books. But yeah, dude, I feel you. I feel you.
I had like 6 long boxes.
Mm-hmm.
There were at least 4,000 comic books, and when I moved out here in 2004,
Mm-hmm.
I left them with my brother back in Jersey, and I said, "I'm going to send you the money in a month, and you mail those boxes to me." That was a deal.
Yeah.
He sold them and gave them away to his friends, and then that's when I stopped collecting comic books.
Ouch.
But I was the type of guy though who I would back in like 2000 and whatnot, right after high school when I would start working and making my own money, I would spend $300 on one issue of Spider-Man just because it was like from 1964 or whatever. I was like a hardcore guy back then when it came to collecting comic books.
What you could do, and I might actually get into this myself, so to keep the hobby going, maybe without creating so much clutter, you can do graphic novels, or you can do digital. You could, if you want to just read it for the stories.
Oh yeah, I definitely. I've bought quite a few graphic novels over the last few years. I'm really into the Marvel Star Wars comics and the Doctor Strange comics that they produce. But I'll pick up a collection every now and then, you know, especially if you get them on sale on Amazon for like $6 sometimes, which is really good.
Yeah, they're dirt cheap. Freaking dirt cheap.
Yeah.
There was one I bought called Identity Disc, one of my favorite graphic novels ever. It's with Deadpool, Sabretooth, Bullseye, Vulture, and I think it was written in like early 2000s, but it was hilarious. I got it for a penny. Got it for a penny. Yeah, it's so good. Okay, so the next question. This one's fun, and I've never asked anybody this, and I've had it written down forever, but if you were to cast someone to play you in a movie, who would you cast?
Ooh. Play me. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because my immediate thought is Tom Hanks, because Tom Hanks can do anything. I mean, he doesn't really have to do much to play me. You put on weight. I don't know.
Don't know? Okay.
I know who I wouldn't.
Or who would you say no
I know
to?
who I wouldn't, and that's Mark Wahlberg. I hate that guy so much. Let me tell you something about Mark Wahlberg.
Okay.
He has a very shady past, and he just generally has that douchey attitude to him. He has a very punchable face, which this one time at a casino right down the road for me, we got invited to a advanced screening of that movie, the other guys,
Oh, I love that
the
movie.
one the
Yeah.
cop movie he did with Will Ferrell. So I'm sitting there, before the movie starts with my girlfriend and my friend, and then there's some other people sitting next to me, and we're just talking, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, Mark Wahlberg, fuck, blah, 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 I want to punch you in the face, blah, blah, blah. And then the lights turn down, and I keep going. And then the girl, the stranger who's next to me, she's like, he's right behind you.
Oh,
I'm like, what? I
shit.
turn around, and I'm like, I don't see anybody. It was dark. So then 2 hours later, the lights come on. I turn around. Mark Wahlberg is right behind me, just staring at me, just like,
Oh, shit.
And we were sitting in the second to the back row. He stared at me the entire time he walked up to the door to leave, the side door. I was like,
Woo.
he looks really good in person. Holy shit. I was like, he's extremely fit.
That would actually be
I don't know. I just
great to cast Mark Wahlberg playing Alviscardi, talking shit about Mark Wahlberg, played by somebody else.
it's like
Inception, yeah, that would be great. Wise says Tom Cruise would play you. Easy pick.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't run. He won't play a role unless he has to run, and I do no running whatsoever.
Oh man, that is hilarious. Last bonus question. Any irrational fears? So I'll give you an example. For me, Egyptian things freak me out, and I hate frogs. Don't get them anywhere near me.
Wow.
So any irrational fears?
Frog.
Yeah, I can tell you. There's a reason for that.
Oh yeah, I want to hear that first. What's the reason?
So my older brother and I, we went camping with my dad. I think I was like 3 or 4. But he lost us. We were up in the hills. And I don't know how long we were up there for, but I know my brother and I, we were in a tent. And there was a frog in there with us. And it was hopping towards us. And I remember we were screaming. And by the time they found us, the frog had died. And rigor mortis or petrification, whatever you want to call it, kicked in. So I don't know how long we were in there, but ever since then, I've just hated frogs. Just get them away from me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of frogs too, definitely. Irrational fears. I don't know. I get high anxiety, so it's like if I hear a helicopter too close to the apartment building or whatever, or playing too low, I freak out.
Okay.
I don't freak out, but I just get the intrusive thoughts of that they're gonna crash into the building or whatnot for no reason whatsoever. I just that be it, irrational. But as far as like scared of spiders or stuff like that, I'm not particularly scared. Like I don't have a fear of like spiders or heights or anything.
Yeah.
But I just want nothing to do with it in a sense where it's like, you know what? I'm not afraid if I have to climb a ladder, fine. But I'd rather not.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm not going to freak out if I see one, but I'd rather not see one.
Yeah. I hear you. Dude, speaking of intrusive thoughts, I've had one before where I don't know why this popped up in my head, but it every now and then, like especially if I'm walking outside and it's out in the open, a piano falling on me. I don't know why.
Too many cartoons.
I guess. Like, what if I'm just outside and like a piano just falls and just kills me?
That's a danger when you're watching cartoons. That is a real danger that could happen to people.
Or like
cartoon.
Swell and I, we've both talked about this. I don't like looking straight up, like at the sky, like just at the sky. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Wow.
Yeah, hate it. All right, Al. Thank you. You answered all of my questions. So actually, there's 2 things that I got to do. So we've got to draw the next person for the interview for next Wednesday. And then if you guys want to be featured, let me know so I can put your name in for the next week's drawing. There's quite a few people.
But thank you, Kurt. This has been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed,
hasn't it?
Hanging out and talking. Yeah, this is a great idea having other streamers come in here and do this because I've really enjoyed the past ones you've done so far,
thank you.
and getting to know the streamers better.
Okay, so the next person I'm gonna interview, or I gotta reach out to them, Mecha 1028. Mecha 1028. No relation to me. I'm Seawing 1028, but Mecha 1028. I gotta reach out to him and see what he wants to do. And then the last thing. Oh, thank you, HBK. Thank you, man. It means a lot. Thank you, L2. That it means a lot. I love having you, man.
Same here.
You're one of the people I consider a friend off stream too. Like we actually know each other.
Thank you.
So
I feel the same for you.
the last thing that I would love for you to do, we always rate the person of your choice. So the person who's getting interviewed, we rate a person of your choice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me see who's on. Bear with me here. I got to bring up Twitch.
You're fine.
Let's see. There really isn't many people on my list on right now. You can stop in to TKL. She's playing, and I think this is her first partner stream, actually.
Oh wow, she hit partner. Okay.
Yeah. Give her a rate. Say hi. And thank you, everyone who was hanging out, watching. I really appreciate that. Everyone here, thank you. And once again, C-Wing, thank you for
Oh, you're welcome.
having me on.
Anytime, dude. My pleasure. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna come back later on today, do a couple more streams, but here we go.